Hey everybody, welcome to class today. Today is going to be a level 2-3 split class. So the way that I've kind of designed this class is that you can do the whole 60 minutes or you could do half of the class and then leave it and just go on with your day. So the first half of the class is just a yoga flow. We work a lot on balance, a little bit on forward folds, and of course a bunch of strength stuff. And then the second half of the class, if you have them, I'm using several different strengths, but you definitely don't have to, but resistance bands. So I have these big loop bands. I think they're phenomenal. I use them for a lot of things. You could also use, if you just had some of those like flatter bands, you just need to, for the most part, be able to hold on to them. There is a couple of moves where you will be needing to attach them to yourselves. So if you can make a loop out of one of those big flat bands, that would also work. The second half of the class you could also totally do without the bands, but it is more kind of strength drill based stuff. So working on things to help you strengthen your yoga poses by throwing you off balance and adding strength. So doing lots of like crescent to balance poses, warrior 3 poses, but with the added element of throwing you off balance. So like I said, you could do it without the bands, but the bands just kind of add a little bit of extra jazz. And I'm just starting to throw in a little bit of cross training stuff into this channel because although yoga is a sort of a relatively big part of my life, like the biggest part of my life is like the gym and my training and doing personal training for people, and then when I do my rehab work for people. And I think that it would just be really nice to share it with you guys. So yeah, all just options. One other thing that I wanted to mention, so this intro is getting long, in terms of alignment, I do go on a little bit about it. Just know that your alignment doesn't have to be perfect. The reason that I go on so much about it is because A, it's my job, but also it's so that you get the most out of your poses and what you're doing. So it's like you could flow through this whole thing and not really pay any attention to your alignment and you would probably be okay, but you're not going to get the most out of it. You're not going to get the strength out of it. You're not going to build the balance. You're not going to get the benefits. So just bear that in mind when you're just like, would you shut the F up about alignment? That's all. We are going to get started today in a downward facing dog.
Starting in your downward dog position, bending through your knees as much as you need to lengthen your spine. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Big open mouth exhale, let it go. Close the mouth in and out through the nose, Ujjayi Pranayama if it's in your practice. Walk your dog a little longer. As you inhale, you're going to ripple through the spine, coming into a plank pose. And then as you exhale, bend the knees, send the hips back towards the heels, and then straighten the legs back into your dog. Inhale, ripple through the spine, plank pose. Exhale, bend the knees, hips to heels, downward dog. Take 3 more just like this. Last one. From here, you're going to shift back into your plank pose. We're just going to take the downward dog out of that movement. So you're going to bend the knees. Knees come to hover as the hips come back towards the heels, like a little crouching bear. And then as you exhale, press forward into your plank pose. Inhale, come back into your little crouch. And then as you exhale, come forward into your plank pose. We're going to do 3 more like that. Last one. Hold your plank pose. Keep your feet hips distance apart. You're going to swivel both heels to the right. Inhale, sweep the left arm up to the sky. And then as you exhale, come through center, swivel the heels over to the left. Inhale, sweep the right arm to the sky. Exhale, come back through center, heels to the right. Inhale, side plank pose, left arm up. Exhale, come back through center. Swivel both heels to the left. Inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale through center. You can keep going like that, or option as you swivel to the right, stack the left foot on top of the right, and then come back through center. Keep the feet together and just come to the outside edge of the left foot as the right foot stacks. We're going to take 2 more on each side, whatever variation you're taking. Come back into your plank pose. Lower one forearm down, then the other forearm down. Forearm plank. Your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Your forearms are parallel. Try not to interlace your hands for the moment. Draw the toes towards the elbows, elbows towards the toes, engage through the legs, and then lengthen the distance between the crown and the tail. From here, you're going to start to walk your feet up towards your face, coming into your dolphin pose. You're going to take a little bit longer of a dolphin pose. You can interlace your fingers here if you want to. We're going to do dolphin push-ups. So as you inhale, you're going to shift your body weight forward. See if you can tap beyond your fingers. And then as you exhale, press it back into your dolphin. We're going for 10. You might have to keep re-maneuvering your elbows so that they stay underneath your shoulders. And if you can't tap beyond your fingers or your thumbs, then you just go as far as you can. We've got 2 more here. Last one. For a dolphin pose, walk yourself back out into your forearm plank. Release the interlace of your fingers if you had it. You're going to plant the left hand and then the right hand come back up into plank. Left forearm down, right forearm down. Right palm, left palm. Right forearm, left forearm. Keep alternating like this. You're trying to keep your hips as still as you can here. So take your feet a little bit wider if you need to. And try not to tent your hips up towards the sky. And try to place your hand where your elbow was. So don't just kind of like, I see some people do it sometimes, you just kind of like press into your palm and just kind of worm your way up. Really deliberately pick up your hand, place it where your elbow was, and then reverse the process. We do 4 more. Last one. Form your forearm plank. You're going to drop your knees down, come back up onto the palms, tabletop. Inhale, reach the belly forward. Reach the sternum forward as you drop the belly, cow pose. And then as you exhale, come into your cat. 2 more here. Find a neutral spine here, so somewhere in between your tuck and your curve. Once again, you're trying to keep your hips as even as you can. So it's like you've got a tray on your pelvis. You can take your left hand there if you want to. You're going to float your right leg back behind you. So I've got my left hand on my sacrum. I'm making sure I'm not rotating my right hip up to the sky or dropping down and letting my left hip swing out to the side. Engage through your right hamstring and glute. Option to keep left hand down, otherwise that left arm is going to reach out in front of you. As you inhale, nothing else changes in the body. You're going to tap the fingers and toes to the floor. Exhale, pick them up. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, pick it up. We've got 3 more here. Hold it at the top. This time we're going to float out to the side. It's not going to be a huge movement. Keep the right toes facing down as you float the right leg out to the right. Don't let the hips drop. And then as you exhale, come back to center. This should be difficult if you're doing it right. Inhale, float the arm and the leg out to the side. Exhale, come back to center. We're doing 3 more here. Remember not to let your face fall to the floor. Last one. And then bring it back to your tabletop. Inhale, cow belly breath. Exhale, round into your cat. Come back through center, find your neutral spine. Take your right hand to your sacrum as you send your left leg back behind you. Make sure you're even through the hips. The right hip is above the right knee. Float your right arm out in front of you. Option to stay here. Otherwise, inhale, you're going to tap fingers and toes. Exhale, you're going to lift them up. So I only want you to add the movement if you can keep the rest of the body relatively stable. We've got 2 more. And now we're going to float to the side. So only coming as far as you can keep those left toes facing towards the floor. And then exhale, bring it back in. We've got 4 more here. Try not to sway your whole body over to the right. One more. And then bring it back to your tabletop. 1 more cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round. Come back to your tabletop, tuck under your toes, take an inhale. As you exhale, bring the knees to hover, bear pose. This time we're working to stabilize the shoulders as well as the hips. You're going to step the right foot back to plank, left foot back to plank, right foot forward to bear, left foot forward to bear, left foot back, right foot back, left foot forward, right foot forward, hold, ground down through the left hand. Try not to let the right knee raise above the left as you tap right hand lightly to left shoulder. Bring it down. Left hand taps lightly to right shoulder. Bring it down. Right foot back to plank. Left foot back. Right foot forward. Left foot forward. Left foot back. Right foot back. Left foot forward. Right foot forward. Try and keep those hips even. Right hand gently taps onto the left shoulder. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, left hand. Inhale, set it down. Right foot back, left foot back. Right foot forward, left foot forward. Left foot back, right foot back. Left foot forward, right foot forward. Right hand taps, set it down. Left hand taps, set it down. 2 more. Right foot, right, left. Left foot, left, right. Right hand, set it down. Left hand, set it down. 1 more on your own. And then send those hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Sweating. Look towards the top of the mat. Step, walk, or float your feet to the back of your wrists. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. 2 more like that. Inhale, lengthen crown of the head to the tail. Exhale, forward fold. 1 more. Generous bend in the knees. Drop the tail. Start to peel your way all the way up to standing. I'm literally dripping like I just went swimming. It is like 90% humidity here at the moment. Intense. 3A. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, for this first one, you're going to step back to your plank pose. Shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale, back to plank. We've got 4 more. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. 3 more. Make sure your shoulders aren't going lower than your elbows and your elbows are gliding past your rib cage. Last one. You can add a back bend if you want to. Today I'm going straight back to downward dog. Look to the top, step, walk or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Option second chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, dog. Bend the knees. Step, walk, or float. Don't worry if you're not with my pace. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Bend the knees. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. We're going to do 3 more rounds. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Get through your vinyasa. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Chair pose comes next as you inhale. Bend the knees, sink the hips. Neutral spine, you're hinging back at the hips like someone's pressing you back at your hip creases. Make sure you can see your toes. Your knees are wherever your second and third toe are pointing. Weight in the heels, but make sure that you keep grounding down through your toes. So I don't want you lifting your toes away from your mat. It's important to use your whole foot evenly. It's going to help with your balance. It's also going to mean that you put the work into your legs and not in your trunk. If we're lifting up through our toes, we're rolling to the outside of our foot. We're loading up the outside edge and into our trunk. We miss all that nice work in our legs. One more breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Right leg steps forward. We're coming into crescent lunge. Inhale. We'll hold this first one. Set up your alignment. Take your hands to your hips. Make sure they're even up and down, front to back. Neutral curves through your spine, and then lengthen your armpits from your rib cage. Make sure you can see your right big toe, and take 3 more breaths. One more inhale. As you exhale, you're going to plant those hands. Option to float that right leg as you come through your vinyasa. Left leg will step. Inhale, crescent lunge. Same alignment points on this side. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, take it through your vinyasa. It's going to be our Surya B today, nice and simple. Step, walk, or float to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, press to stand. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Step the right leg forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, vinyasa. Step the left leg forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, vinyasa. Step, walk, or float to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, press to stand. 2 more like that. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Right leg steps. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, vinyasa. Left leg steps. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, vinyasa. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, press to stand. One more round. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Right leg steps. Inhale, chair pose. Crescent lunge, sorry. Exhale, vinyasa. I hope I haven't been saying chair pose the whole time. Step the left leg forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. I have been. I'm now doubting myself that I've been giving you the wrong cues. Take it through your vinyasa. Step, walk, or float to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Humidity is sapping my brain. Come into chair pose. Drop your hands down to the height of your shoulders. Shift your weight into your left foot. Make sure your left knee doesn't collapse in. Keep weight through your through your left big toe. As you exhale, you're going to draw that right knee into the chest. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to straighten the left leg. Keep those hips even as you come back into your warrior three. As you inhale, bend the left knee. Right knee comes into the chest. Exhale, hips stay even. As you straighten the left leg, come back into warrior three. We're going to do 3 more like this. So I've got my hands on my hips to give myself a little bit of a cue as to what my pelvis is doing. You don't have to. I just find that it helps. Last 2. Set the right foot down. Inhale into your chair. Exhale, reset yourself. Shift weight into the right foot. Whole foot presses down. As you draw the left knee in towards the chest, make sure that right knee hasn't collapsed in. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, straighten out through the right leg. Draw the left hip down slightly as you send it towards the back of the room. Warrior three. Bend the right knee as you inhale. Slow transition. That's where you build the strength. Single leg chair. Exhale, send it back. Warrior three. We're going to do 3 more here. Set the left foot down. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, swing the arms back as you raise up onto the tippy toes. Once again, even weight through big toe and pinky toe. Inhale, sink low into your chair. Exhale, engage the triceps. Squeeze the arms back behind you. Inhale, chair pose. 3 more here. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, take it through your vinyasa. Inhale, sweep the right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. 3 more here. Step that right foot all the way forward. Inhale, come up into your crescent lunge. We're going to come to a Shiva squat from here. So as you exhale, you're going to tilt your torso forward slightly. The left knee is just going to slide behind the right. Hands can come wherever is most comfortable for you. Inhale, we're coming back to our crescent lunge. Really control through this right leg. As you exhale, make sure that you're pressing down through the whole foot. The knee isn't collapsing. Left knee is tucking behind the right. Inhale, crescent lunge. Got 3 more here. Nice and slow and steady. Oops. Inhale, come into your crescent. As you exhale, straighten the front leg, extend a pyramid pose. Option to stay here or option to pick up those front toes, bringing a little bit more of a hamstring stretch. Walk your fingers as long as what is comfortable for your body and keep lengthening through the spine. If you lifted those front toes, you're going to bring them down. We've got a big transition from here. We're going to step all the way to standing on the right foot. The left knee will come to the chest. So little bend in the back knee, ground down through the right foot, slow and controlled all the way. Left knee to the chest. Extend the arms overhead. Take a nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, extend the left leg. Keep it there. Don't send your shoulders back. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, only so far that you can keep your hips both facing forward. Float your left leg to the left. And then inhale it, come back to center. Exhale, float that left leg to the left. Inhale it back to center. We're going to do 3 more here. Keep growing tall out of both sides of the waist. From here, we're going to come back through our warrior 3. We're going to do the same thing in warrior 3. So take a moment to make sure that you're as even as you can be. And then you can take the hands to the heart behind you or float them out in front. You're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, keep the left toes facing down as you float the left leg off to the left. And then inhale, float it back to midline. Exhale, float it off to the left. It's not going to be huge. Inhale, back to midline. You're going to do 3 more here. Step that left foot back. Inhale into your crescent lunge. As you exhale, plant the hands. Left hand comes down. You're going to step the right foot back to meet the left. Side plank pose. Inhale, sweep the right arm overhead. You could drop the left knee if you needed. Exhale, crunch, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen, maybe keep the right leg floating. Exhale to crunch. Inhale to lengthen. Just 3 more. Option to keep that right leg floating. Come back into your plank. Take it through your vinyasa. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. Inhale, take it back. 4 more. Knee to nose, step it all the way through. Inhale, crescent lunge. We're coming into those Shiva squats. So as you exhale, torso comes forward slightly. Tuck the right knee behind the left. Inhale, come back into your crescent. Remember all those alignment cues. We've got 4 more. Last one. Come back into your crescent lunge, inhale. And then as you exhale, extend a pyramid pose. Once again, option to pick up those front toes if you want to. If you lifted them, you're going to place those toes down. Big transition, gentle bend in the back knee as you step all the way to stand on that left leg. Right knee comes into the chest. Send the arms up overhead. without tucking under the tail or sending the shoulders back. On your next exhale, you're going to extend the right leg. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, float that leg off to the side. Inhale, bring it to center. 4 more. Inhale, come back through center. As you exhale, you're going to pivot yourself forward into your warrior 3. Take a cycle of breath to establish yourself. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, right toes face down as you float that leg off to the right. Inhale it back to center. 4 more. Step that right leg back. Inhale into your crescent lunge. Hands come down. Plant through that right hand. Step into your side plank. Inhale, sweep that left arm overhead. And then as you exhale, crunch left knee, left elbow. Inhale, maybe that left leg floats as you bring it back. 4 more. Inhale here, and then take it through your vinyasa. You're going to step, walk, or float through to a boat pose. Legs can be bent, legs can be straight. Sticking with our theme, we're going to start to float outside of the base of support. So you could keep your legs high here. I'm going to bring mine down just because it's more comfortable in my body. Hands can go wherever is comfortable for you. You're going to take an inhale. Try to keep your left leg exactly where it is. As you exhale, float your right leg off to the right. Try not to let your left leg help you. And then inhale, float it back to center. We'll switch it out. Right leg stays directly in line with the hip as you float the left leg off to the left. And then exhale it back to center. Inhale, float right leg right. Exhale to center. Inhale, float left leg left. Exhale it to center. You've got 3 more on each side. Stay nice and tall through the spine. You can always hold underneath that leg that's not moving or put it down on the ground if you need to. Hip flexors. Oh, 1 more on each side. Ouch. Draw those knees in towards the chest. Take a load off your hip flexors. Scoot yourself towards the top of the mat. And then slowly make your way all the way down onto your back. So if you're leaving us halfway, this is probably going to be about your last move, apart from whatever cool down you would like to do. We're going to come into a bridge. So take your hands to where you want to in your bridge. These pants are not the best idea. Okay. You're going to ground down through your right foot. Take your thumbs to the bottom of your rib cage. Take your index fingers to the top of your pelvis. Even distance from ribs to hips and from both hips to the floor. That doesn't change. You're going to float your left leg. Your thigh is parallel to your right thigh. Keep your hips even. Take an inhale. You're going to float your left leg over to the left. Don't let the left side of your pelvis drop. Don't let your right knee swing in or out. And then as you exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale, float that left leg off to the left. Exhale, bring it center. Harder would be to float your hands, but I don't want you to do that unless you can really control through what your pelvis is doing. We're going to do 2 more. And then set it down. Changing sides. Ground down through the left leg. Float the right leg. Take a peek down. Make sure you're even. Right leg is in line with the left. And then as you inhale, you're going to float the right leg off to the right. Don't let anything drop through your pelvis or your ribs. And then exhale, bring it back to center. We do 5 more here. Bring it through center, roll yourself down. Take the arms off to a capital T. You're just going to release the spine. Take a little spinal twist. You can go side to side or you can hold it. If you're leaving us at the halfway mark, this is about where you will leave us. We're going to do some band work from here. So please take whatever cool down stretches you need to. And thank you for practicing with me. If you're coming with me, then you're going to draw those knees in towards the chest. We're going to take some rock and rolls along the spine. See if you can catch your balance at your tail and at your shoulders. And on your next one, we're going to roll all the way back up to chair pose. Inhale into your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Drop the tail, roll all the way up the spine. Come to standing. Okie doke. So we're going to start by putting a band or one of your bands. If you're using multiple, try and grab a heavy one. It's going to come around your thigh. You could have it higher or lower. It doesn't really matter as long as it's not on your knee. And you want to step away from it far enough that you feel like it's giving you enough resistance that it's trying to pull you back towards the anchor, but it's not going to pull you over. Ground down through that right foot. Hips nice and even. Draw the left knee into the chest. You're going to step back into a crescent lunge, slow and controlled. Inhale. And then as you exhale, just as slow and controlled, you're going to come all the way up, knee to chest. If you need to make this easier, step towards your band. Inhale, come into your crescent. Exhale, come all the way up to stand. We're going to do 6 more of these here. One more. We're going to hold it at the top. Take an inhale, knee to chest. We did these before. As you exhale, you're going to pivot forward, coming into your warrior 3. Inhale, come all the way up, knee to chest. And then as you exhale, come forward into your warrior 3. Inhale, knee to chest. We're going to do 6 more of these. Option when you come to standing, you could extend that left leg, but don't throw your shoulders back. Exhale, warrior 3. You've got 5 more here. Take your hands to wherever is most challenging for you, but doable. Last one. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, step it down. You're going to step a little bit closer to the band. This is going to be a little bit hard for you to see because I'm not facing you, but listen to my instructions and you should get it. You're going to come into a wide chair pose, so more like a squat. You're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to step that right foot to meet the left, and then inhale, slow step it out. Exhale, pull the right knee to meet the left. Inhale, step it out. So if you were doing this with a glute band, it'd look like those little crab walks. we're working the inner thigh on the banded leg, and we're working these stabilizers on the standing leg. So this is like when we do all our single leg transitions from a chair pose with the bonus inner thigh work on the other side. Totally lost count. I was aiming for 10. I think we've got 3 more, but count 10. We'll do 10 on the other side. Last one. And then you're going to step it up to center. We're going to take it straight to the other side. So take yourself out, turn yourself around. It's not going to be around your left leg. It can be higher or lower than where I've got it. I just don't want it to be on the knee. You could also have it around your ankle as well if you don't have a high anchor point. We're going to start by bringing that right knee in towards the chest. Even out your pelvis, get grounded on that left foot. As you inhale, you're going to step back into your crescent lunge, figure out where you need to be. And then as you exhale, engage that left leg. Draw the right knee to the chest. Inhale, step back into your crescent. Exhale, come all the way up. We're going to do 6 more here. Option to straighten that right leg out as you come to standing. We're going to stay up. Draw the right knee to the chest. Hands can go wherever they want to. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to tilt yourself forward into your warrior 3. And then inhale, bring yourself all the way back up. Knee draws all the way into the chest. Exhale, warrior 3. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing. You've got 6 more here. Once again, if you wanted to extend that right leg at the top, you could certainly do that. One more. Step that right foot down. We're going to come back into that wide chair. Inhale, you'll come into your squat. And then as you exhale, left foot steps towards the right. Try not to just send that right hip out. Try and keep really strong through that right leg. Inhale, control it out. Exhale, control it in. Inhale, control it out. 8 more. One more. And then you're slowly going to step out of that. If you've only got one band, you're going to move it up to a higher anchor so that it's roughly at the height of your chest. And then you're going to face the band. I'm going to hold kind of one up, one down. You could interlace your fingers. You can hold however you want to here. We're going to step back into your crescent lunge. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to twist that band over to the left. Inhale back through center. Exhale, twist the band over to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale through center. We're doing 3 more to each side. Remember your alignment points. Don't let that left knee collapse. Evenly weight through the foot. And then don't hunch in through your spine. So you're keeping nice and tall, using your obliques to twist your rib cage around the axis of your spine. You're going to step it up and we're just going to switch. So step that left leg back. Step that left leg back. Take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to twist over to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale through center. Especially as you twist to the right, don't let that right knee cave in. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Take 3 more. Bring it up to the top. We're going to add to this. So we're going to take that crescent into our single leg stance. So you're going to take your right foot back. Take an inhale here. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale through center. Stand on the left leg, right knee to chest. And then as you exhale, twist towards that right leg. Lots of balance. Inhale, step the right leg back. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, step onto the left leg, right knee to chest. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, step back. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, step up. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, step back. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, step up. Exhale, twist right. We're going to do one more. Then we're going to change it up. So ground down through the right foot, step the left leg back. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, step up to stand on the right. Exhale, twist to your left. Keep your pelvis as even as you can. Inhale, step back. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, step up. Exhale, twist left. We're going to do 3 more. Last one. And then release. No, we're going to keep it where it is. I'm not going to move. You're just going to have to deal with the fact that I'm facing you and I feel a little bit weird about it. We're going to hold the band directly at the chest. So when you're standing side on, it is kind of like perpendicular to where my chest is. I don't know if I have enough room here. So you're going to step your left leg back into that crescent lunge. As you exhale, you're going to press the band directly forward. Don't let it pull you to the right. Press it forward. Inhale it in. Exhale, press forward. Inhale it in. 3 more with this leg forward. And then we're going to bring it up and we're going to switch it out. So now the left leg is forward. You're going to exhale, press. Inhale to center. Exhale to press. Inhale to center. We've got 3 more. I'm just realizing that when I do the other side, my back is going to be to you. Again, it's going to be a little bit weird, but I'm sure that we can deal with it. Go 1 more. And then come up. You're going to change direction to the band. So my right shoulder was to the band. Now my left shoulder is to the band. It's going to be the same thing. My back is to you. I'm sure you can handle that. Step your right leg back. Take an inhale in your lunge. As you exhale, don't let the band pull you to the left as you press it forward. Stay center of your chest. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, press it out. Inhale, bring it in. You've got 3 more. Step it up. Switch legs. Left leg steps back. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, press out. Inhale in. 4 more. And then step it all the way up. Once again, we're going to take this to a balance. So we'll start with the left leg forward. My right shoulder is to the anchor. You might be different to me. You're going to step the right leg back as you inhale. As you exhale, step up onto that left leg. Press the hands out. Inhale. Step it all the way back into your lunge. As you exhale, ground down through that left foot. Hug the right inner thigh in like you did with that chair. Press the hands out. And then inhale, bring it back in. If you need to, those right toes can tap down to the floor as a little extra halfway balance. This is really hard. I'm going to do 2 more here. You need to make it easier, step towards the anchor. All right, we're going to plant the right leg. Step the left leg back as you inhale. As you exhale, come all the way to standing. Press it forward. I should have done this side first. It's much easier. Inhale, you're going to step the left leg back. Exhale, come to stand on the right. Press the hands forward. 3 more here. And then we're going to change it out. So now my left shoulder is to the anchor point. I'm going to ground down through my left leg. It's going to be the easier one. Inhale, step the right leg back. Exhale, draw knee to chest. Press the hands out. Inhale, step back. Exhale, stand and press. 3 more here. Keep reminding yourself what your feet are doing, what your knees, your hips, your ankles are doing. It's how you're going to get the most out of it. I don't crap on about it for no good reason. You've got 1 more. And then we're going to change it out. So right leg will plant. Inhale, step the left leg back. As you exhale, this is going to be hard. Stand on the right leg, press the arms out. Inhale, step back. Exhale, stand and press. You've got 3 more. And then slowly release. If you've got 1 band, you're going to bring it down to a really low anchor point. So like around the bottom of your couch or a table leg or something. And you're going to put 1 foot in each loop. We're going to walk forward into a plank pose. So we're going to be off our feet for the rest of the time. Don't get too excited. It's still going to be really hard. So you're going to walk yourself forward into a plank where you feel like you've got a fair amount of tension on those feet. Just like we did at the start, we're going to come from a plank into a bear. So you're going to step your right foot forward, right foot back, left foot back, right foot forward, left foot back, right foot back. Keep alternating like this. We're going to do 4 more with each leg leading. Sorry, we're going to do 5 more with each leg leading. I can't count. No one is surprised. One more in each leg. And you're going to step it all the way back. Lucky for you, that is the only plank variation that we're going to do with those. There is lots that you can do, especially with sliders. But for the moment, we're going to make our way to the top of our mat. I'm going to roll down to a seated position. To a lying down position. If you are using 1 band, you're going to relocate it so that it is to the side of you. And when you have your hands extended above your chest like this, it's roughly kind of perpendicular to where your fists would be. So I'm going to move mine up a little bit. Okie dokie. We're going to start doing this with 1 arm because it's a little bit easier. And then we will progress to both hands. So you are going to have your band, readjusting myself, you're going to have your band in your right hand. So my right shoulder is to the anchor point. If your left shoulder is to the anchor, then you're going to have your left hand in the band. You're pulling it in towards your midline. Try and keep that arm as straight as you can. Float that left arm up, or for more support, take it down to the floor. You can start with floating just your the same hand that's in the band. You can start just by floating that leg up, or if you're feeling good and you can keep your lower back stable on the floor, you're going to float both legs up to tabletop. As you inhale, we're doing dead bugs. You're going to extend your left arm or the hand that's not holding the band overhead and extend the opposite leg long. Exhale, draw them back to center. Inhale, extend yourself long. Exhale, bring it back to center. So you're going to feel like the band is going to want to pull you over towards the anchor. That is the point. You're going to have to engage your obliques that are furthest away from you to try and keep that side of your waist and your lower back down on the floor. We're going to do 5 more. One more. We are going to do the other side, but just so that we don't have to, oh no, we are going to have to mess around if we do that because we need a different height. Ignore me. We're going to come to the other side. So turn yourself around. This time my left shoulder is to the anchor point and the band is going to be in my left hand. Once again, it's above my shoulder, trying to keep that arm as straight as you can. Right hand goes where you need it to support you, floating either just your left leg or floating your right and your left leg. Try and keep your knees above your hips, shins parallel. As you inhale, send the right arm, left leg away from each other. And then as you exhale, come back to center. Inhale, float away. Exhale, come back to center. We're going to do 8 more here. Try and keep your low back and your rib cage on the floor. So that right rib cage is going to want to try and peel away from the floor. Your job is to try and keep it down. Last one. And then slowly release. From here, you're going to roll yourself up. We're going to come into a kneeling position. We're going to go back to having a relatively high anchor if you have it. If you don't worry too much about it, but it's going to be behind you. So you're going to be kneeling. And then you're going to extend. I've got my right arm in the band. You're going to extend your arm up above you. You want it to feel like the band is trying to pull you backwards. You're using your abs, your glutes, and your shoulder stabilizers to try and not let it do that. I don't want this to hurt your shoulder, so if it is, back off a little bit. You're going to take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to shift weight into that right knee, engage the glute, try not to drop the hip as you step that left leg forward into like a half kneeling position, and then exhale, bring it back. Weight into the left leg, inhale. As you exhale, step the right leg forward, inhale into your kneeling position. Exhale, step the left leg forward, inhale into your kneeling position. Exhale, step the right leg forward, inhale into your kneeling position. We're going to do 3 more on each side. And then bring it back into your kneeling. You're going to pivot so that you're facing side onto the anchor. So once again, my right hand is in the band. You're going to extend that right arm up above you. You could certainly hold this with both hands if you needed a little bit more support. I'm going to do this because it's feeling a bit funky on my shoulder. Keep those arms or arms straight. Take an inhale. As you exhale, that left leg's going to step forward. Inhale, bring it down. This is going to be the harder one. As you exhale, you're going to try and step that right leg forward. Inhale, bring it down. So you notice that I lean a lot. We're trying to avoid that. So we're not perfect. You have to lean in your body, but you're trying to the best of your ability to lean as little as possible. You should feel this in your left obliques and your arms. You're going to do 2 more on each side. And then bring it down. We're going to switch hands. So face away from your band again. The band is coming into your left hand. You can extend that left arm up above you. Once again, rib to hip connection, nice and strong through here. Take an inhale. As you exhale, shift weight to the left. Step that right leg forward. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, left leg forward. Inhale, set it down. 4 more on each side. And then bring it down. We are going to face your left shoulder towards the anchor of the band. Both hands or just the left hand are going to grab that band up and overhead. It wants to pull you to the left. You're using your right obliques to keep you upright. Take an inhale. As you exhale, right foot taps forward. Inhale it back. Exhale, left foot taps forward. Inhale it back. 4 more each side. Last ones. And then slowly release. Okay. Last little transition of class. You're going to bring that band back down to a low-ish anchor if you've got one. Not quite as low as when it was in your plank, but lower than it was when we did the dead bugs. We're going to do that bridge. Sorry, having mat issues. We're going to do that bridge that we did at that kind of halfway point. So my right side is facing towards the anchor. I'm going to put the band on my left foot. Right anchored, right shoulder to the anchor, band on the left foot, the far away foot. I'm going to position myself so that my right shin is on the inside of the band. So the band is in front of my right shin. Roll yourself down into your bridge pose, onto your back, sorry. You could do the bridge that we did before. Come up into your bridge, set up your hip to pelvis little shenanigans, and then you're going to extend that left leg out. This might already feel like a lot of work to keep yourself stable, and that's fine. You can stay here. Otherwise, you're going to inhale here. As you exhale, without dropping your left hip, float that left leg out to the side. Slow control, inhale it back in. As you exhale, make sure your right knee is staying in line with your hip. Don't let it wobble all over the place. Inhale it back in. Exhale it out. Inhale it back in. Exhale it out. Inhale it in. We're going to do 4 more here. And then slow release. You're going to scoot yourself over to the other side. So now my right foot is going to be in the band. The band is going to be in front of my left shin. I'm going to roll myself down onto my back, set up my bridge pose, take an inhale. As you exhale, float the right leg. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, float the right leg out to the right. Inhale, slow control, bring it in. You're going to take 7 more here. Tune in, see what's going on in your body. Last one. And then slow, bring it down. Release the band, take it off to the side. Draw the knees, draw the knees in towards the chest. Having all sorts of wardrobe issues today. And you can finish up on your back, taking our final sequence of moves. I'm going to finish in a seated position, but I'll talk you through wherever you're going. If you're coming with me, you're going to rock and roll yourself up into a seated position. We're going to take Gomukhasana. So if you're on your back, your left leg will cross over your right, and you'll reach up and grab for the outside edges of your feet. If you're seated, your right leg will go on the bottom, your left leg will go on the top. We didn't do a lot of hip openers, so this might not be your deepest stretch. You could also just come into a crisscross position. You could stay here, or you could start to walk yourself forward over your shins. If you wanted to take a twist, you could hook your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Slowly unwind yourself. You could come into a reclined pigeon, or I'm going to take double pigeon. Right shin is parallel with the front edge of the mat-ish, and then my left leg is going to stack on top of it. You could take a block or a cushion to support yourself here if you wanted to. I'm home, fell off my pants. Sad day. It'll teach me not to wear fancy pants when I do yoga. I was just like, well, these pants are already sweaty and dirty, and I can't be bothered getting another pair of pants sweaty and dirty. And it was a mistake. We're going to switch it out. So if you're coming into your supine Gomukhasana, this time your left leg will be on the bottom and your right leg on top. You'll reach up to the outsides of your feet and pull them towards you. If you're seated, that left knee faces towards the front of the room, right leg stacks. You could fold forward. You could hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee and take a twist. And then you're going to slowly unwind yourself, coming either into your reclined pigeon or into your double pigeon, or you could also come into a regular pigeon, of course. And then releasing, finishing up with a twist. So if you're in supine, take your favorite supine twist. If you're seated, you could come into a simple cross-legged twist, or I'm going to take Ardha Matsyendrasana. Right leg on the bottom, left foot stamps over, left hand behind. Inhale, sweep that right arm up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, the right arm can either hug the left knee, or you can hook the elbow to the outside of the knee. Wherever you are in your twist, prioritize length of the spine. And then you're going to do a brief derotation if you're in seated. And then when you're ready, you're going to take it over to the other side. If you're in seated, you're slowly going to de-rotate yourself. Wherever you are, take any other movements you need to before making your way into your final resting position, whatever that looks like for you. When you arrive there, close down through your eyes, take a nice deep inhale through the nose, and a big open mouth exhale. Let your palms turn up towards the sky. Let the space between your eyebrows relax, your jaw relax, your shoulders, your neck relax. Feel free to stay here for as long as what serves you. As always, thank you so much for practicing with me today. Today, as you go forward, may you be calm in your thoughts, kind in your words, and peaceful in your heart. Namaste.